What's up, wrestling fans? It is Monday, June 16th. I usually say we have a lot going on. There's not a lot going on, but there's some really crazy important things going on. Um, One of them is I might have just led Booker T to being canceled. We'll find out about that. It turns out he lied about his connections to convicted child sex abuser Chasen Rance. He said, didn't know this guy, met him once. Turns out there's at least three different occasions they met. I have it on my site, exclusive, WrestleVoice.com. Um, Also have a Maple Leaf Pro. They held a show over the weekend, a live exclusive report from a fan who was at the show. We're also going to read one from 411 because it's really funny, and I'm pretty sure Scott wrote it himself and probably, sent it in. As for TNA news, what do we have? Ariana Grace is done with TNA. That's sad. Um,
Oh yeah, recent announcement that Mark Madden is going to be joining commentary team for their upcoming tapings in Pittsburgh. So I don't know.
Everyone, hold your applause, please. Hold your applause, please. I don't know.
And you want to go back in a time machine because I personally don't remember Mark Madden.
I remember him as like the bad third announcer at one point, like the broadcast guy, like at the end of TNA. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was at the end of WCW. I could be wrong. Maybe it was TNA or something. Okay, ready for this? Pretty breaking news just happened today. Rich Swann finally about what happened with TNA. So this is the thing. I wasn't released. I got suspended and everything like that. And afterwards, I didn't hear anything from management. But what I found out was, later the management was being shuffled around, and the guys I had dealt with, Scott, they left. When they told me the 30-day suspension, and afterwards we would talk about my contract because it was coming up. It was going to be a rollover decision on if they wanted to keep me for one more, or if I wanted to leave or anything like that. It was going to be a bump up in pay. But the one thing I was told is they were switching the way they were doing business and their contracts and models, and they didn't want anybody on a guaranteed contract. At the same token, that's responsibility to take for my actions and myself. As a company, you don't want to have somebody that has on there as a stain. Oh, he's arrested, the alcohol and everything. Okay, so he just keeps going on and on. But I mean, I don't know. That's interesting if that's true. No one has a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, I do know he did himself no favors. He kind of never really reinvented himself either.
Oh yeah, no.
Losing the title.
Yeah,
I think he pretty was happy.
Same character.
Staying in the champion.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I don't think he's like out of the business right now because of that. I think it's like you said, he didn't reinvent himself or anything. Like,
yeah,
it's the same Rich Swann. Okay, hang on. What was the other TNA news we had here? Could have sworn we had another piece of. Oh, well, you mentioned Mark Madden. Yeah, I don't really know much about. I mean, I know him as like the. Well, sorry, no. I want to get to your point that you said before we were talking. How they're bringing in another like old dude from WCW.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why? Like, that's a. And you know what this feels like again? This feels like we talked about there's a match this week coming up. It's called the Champions Challenge, which is no different than Tony Khan's All-Star matches, which I'm pretty sure he invented just as a new way to be lazy. Just as a new way to be lazy, you make All-Star matches instead of, you know what I mean, instead of stories. But I guess these do have stories because it's kind of like the top whatever.
Well, I guess too the focal point of this week's upcoming episode is it being the 23rd year of TNA, and kind of giving it a little bit of a flair this week in terms of like the normal kind of like the normal flow of the show. Like they've been doing is kind of some shows have been hit or miss, mostly miss as of late.
Yeah.
But this one did feel a little bit more special. But I don't know, 23 years, I would have went maybe a little bit more, like maybe had some kind of live kind of thing or something.
I'm just reading this Mark Madden thing that TNA put out. TNA confirmed today that longtime Pittsburgh sports radio host, will be, what's he doing? Color commentary at TNA live event June 20th. That's this Friday. So that'll be tapings this Friday in Pittsburgh. So there's your big draw. Mark Madden's going to be there. He is a columnist for TripLive.com. He can be heard on afternoons on WXDX, the top-rated sports station in the city. But in terms of seeing him, he was last seen in 2000. Sorry, I was going to put a number there. He was last seen in 2000.
It does make me wonder if
he hasn't been on a wrestling show in 25 years, and they're expecting people to know this guy. Come on, man.
I mean, and it kind of does feel like they maybe are shopping around for a replacement color commentator, though, because, like, what was it last month?
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that, yeah.
His cousin or something or son or whatever that showed up on commentary.
Okay, well, then I'm sorry. Let me apologize fast, because I'm kind of okay with that, just because that's how much I don't like the drama, Liz King.
Yeah. Definitely feels like there's some merit to these guest commentators. Maybe it's nothing at all. Just nostalgia.
Yeah.
Temporary hirings. I don't know. But.
Well, I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He's big in Pittsburgh, but I mean, I don't know. Right. Are people going to go there to see him? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, to be fair, they did announce Hendry, Macklin, Moose, Myers, Eddie, Nemeth, Mustafa, Young, Tessa, Masha, Rosemary, and others. Good thing. I thought remember I pointed out, like, on the graphics, there was no more.
Oh.
There was no Tessa, like, on any of the upcoming graphics. So that worried me.
Yeah.
She's not on this graphic, but she's going to be there. So
well, awesome. They've been making her like shit lately with like she don't want to wrestle.
Yeah.
I don't really like what they've been doing. Like they kind of make her look cowardly as of late.
Oh, sorry, we've got the big news. TNA is going live. They finally announced something after Slammiversary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is a good news, bad news situation. Me and Gary had the same exact response to this. I was like, fuck yeah. Well, they're going live. And then they're like, in Kingston, Rhode Island. And I just like totally sat there and I thought of the Wayne's World joke. And then Gary messaged me a day later saying the same goddamn joke. Like, we're in Delaware, you know what I mean? Like, the same freaking...
Yeah, like, they don't have no theme.
Like, where did they get Rhode Island from? Like, they've been going to all these cool places.
Like, Delaware.
Like, and again, no disrespect... Well, yeah, I can't say no disrespect, because, yeah, I guess, disrespect to Kingston, Rhode Island. They've been going to big places, you know what I mean? Like, where's Kingston? Did they get Kingston? Did they just throw a goddamn thing, you know what I mean? Like, where did they get... They're at Pittsburgh next. That's, I mean, here's the point. They're at Pittsburgh next. They were in, what, Los Angeles? I mean, they go to Long Island. I mean, it's whatever. It's still close to New York City. That's where Slammiversary is. And then they go to, what the fuck is Kingston, Rhode Island?
I did mention that when I did text you, though, I guess it's the same venue that AEW did out of Rhode Island as well. So hopefully we can...
Okay, well, that's another AEW connection that I'm not liking.
We can sort of fill this venue unlike what they did when they were there, you know?
Well, that's the second time we mentioned AEW during this, in terms of connections. Maybe Tony's looking into buying them. Oh, God.
Really?
I don't know. TNA fans, I wish I could make up some good news. They did announce a show post Slammiversary, but again, my original report stands, saying they're going to go out of business at the end of the year. By the end of the year, they announced one show and one taping, a live TNA, which is cool. But like, how cool is it when they don't have a fucking network that anybody can see it on?
I could have swore they had an announcement already made for BFG, but I don't see it.
I'm on there right now. Nope.
Yeah, there ain't nothing now.
Just taping. There's tapings. They took a lot. That's all I know. Yeah. Tessa Blanchard TNA dropped a nice new Tessa Blanchard video today on their Instagram. Check it out. Tessa looking hot, working on a beach. Not really sure what the point was, but always nice to see.
Yeah, I just hope, going back to the Rhode Island stuff, I just hope we're not going to do a 6 episodes like AEW did.
I mean, it says 24th and 25th, so it'll be live, then probably tape one after, or like a half of one.
Yeah,
probably 2 the next day. Yeah, better not be 5 the next day. It's the Ryan Center in Kingston, home to the University of the Rhode Island Rams.
Okay.
That does not help me at all.
Kind of familiar with them, like the March Madness and that kind of thing.
Okay, and again, this is what terrifies me. Ready? And this is what should terrify every fan out there. Recent meet and greets have featured Joe Hendry, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Mike Santana, Tessa Blanchard. Those are the first four names, okay? Joe Hendry is what? Definitely leaving?
Yeah, gone.
The Hardys are definitely or most likely?
Yeah, probably by fall.
Mike Santana. Sorry if we didn't break this one earlier. Supposedly he's leaving. He tweeted about it. He's done with the Indies. Where else is he going? Where else is he going? I posted news like I'm pretty sure Santana's going to this place, and PWI the next day. I'm sure they read my thing.
Well,
they added some bullshit, and they said he's going somewhere.
Did you catch in last week's comments in the comment section of last week's video? Somebody said that they thought Santana was signed through 2025.
Oh yeah, Bloodbrain. Yeah, he might be. Listen, he might be, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone could see his Twitter. Okay. Like he might, and again, he might be signed till 2025. But
yeah.
I don't know. But why would he stop doing the independents right now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did TNA offer him more money? Like, is he already signed by WWE? I have no idea. That's a weird one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also think if WWE wants someone, fuck their contracts. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because they're working. Because they're working together. Like.
Yeah, they let Jordan out of her contract, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure. But I mean, I don't even think they count. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, when WWE's there, I don't think they give like. I'm sure they could buy them out of it if they wanted. I'm sure they could fucking buy them out of it. They could buy the whole fucking thing if they wanted to. So of course they could take whoever they want. So okay, Joe Hendry, they're gonna lose. Jeff and Matt Hardy, they're gonna lose. Santana, they're gonna lose. Those are the draws. Who is left? I love Tessa. I don't know if she's a draw. And someone actually, a really big time person, talked about this, and I posted it the other day about how there are. Cody Rhodes. He said people wouldn't believe the minute or whatever the word was, amount of wrestlers who actually draw.
Oh, okay.
That's Joe Hendry. That's Jeff and Matt. That's the Hardys more than anyone. Like, who is the draw when those guys leave? That's what scares me. That's what scares me more than anything now.
Yeah,
we're gonna have. Sorry, we already have a new version of Cody Dino wrestling. Soon, guess who's coming back? We saw it this week on the show. Tommy Dreamer's going to be wrestling again. This is nightmare mode, people. They have not. They can't sign a male wrestler for God knows why.
Well, Jay, he made this stupid comment that he wrestled his last match.
On
Twitter or some shit like that, just to be brought back. Because why? Because we don't have no one to fill the void to face somebody like a Mansoor.
I'm sure they do. It's the wrestling world. They just go back to the same shit, like Mark Madden and whatever else. Like, they just have no creativity, no anything. Like, just sorry. Speaking of creativity, no creativity. Let's jump over to Maple Leaf Pro. Now, first I'm going to read the 411, which, I mean, just listen to this. Ready? I'm not going to. You listen to this and tell me if this all sounds real, okay? I'm skipping like stupid things. Like, this is a family-friendly event. A lot of kids were there. Yeah, okay. Rhino was the most over person there. That I believe. Okay, ready? But Giselle Shaw was extremely over as well, even though she was a heel. Kylie Ray was a lot more popular than I anticipated. I don't know why. She's Kylie Ray. She's pretty. There was a body slam challenge. It was a lot of fun, even when they took a break to apply chapstick. Good bit of business. What was the part that I saw? The mixed tag was fun, fast paced. I consider El Reverso the Canadian luchador. God damn it! Did I make this up? Am I that stoned? Hang on. I swear I saw something. Oh, sorry. Okay, wait, it was up here. Okay. Okay, ready for these names? Bryce Hanson, Nate Matson. There was a PWA Championship Grail match between Rohan Raja and Bhupinder Gujar. Giselle Shaw defeated Kylie Ray again. I made a joke about this on Twitter like a week ago, that I didn't even read the card for this show, but I knew Giselle would face Kylie Ray. Because no one else wants to face fucking the owner's boyfriend's world female champion.
Yeah.
Kylie Ray has been, I think it's been 3 times now, the 3 shows they've had. So everyone keep an eye on that. Who's the anti-transgender? Me, who talks about it? Or the women who don't want to wrestle it? How about that?
Yeah.
I totally forgot the part where I could have sworn I saw something like, where it just sounded like totally fucking made up.
Now I'm kind of seeing why these shows are free.
Yeah.
When you're breaking
And then you asked me, and someone else asked me, why put on a free show?
Yeah.
I have a creepy. I mean, I don't have a reason that's not creepy, but I'm not going to get into my whole Scott's a creep, and well, I kind of just did. He's banging the transgender female champion, and there's a picture of him in pajamas with Josh and Giselle. So all you have to do is literally sleep with the owner of Maple Leaf Pro, and you get a title. That is canon. That is straight up canon. I'm really angry because I could have sworn there was like a really. All right, whatever.
Oh, another thing that went down.
I said there was something like, I said there was something that he said like, this is like such a great thing or whatever. Like, okay, maybe I'm stoned today. Okay, here you go. Just ready? Sorry, just because I skipped it. Because this was a free family-friendly event. Okay, this is from a fan. Ready? This is supposedly from a fan. You've seen fan reports. You know how these people write. This is ready. This is from the fan. Because this was a family-free event. This was a free family event. There were a lot of children in the audience, which was cool to always see a new generation of fans to discover their love of pro wrestling. Who the fuck writes that in a report? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. That is some AI bullshit finishing a sentence thing. Trust me, I do it all the time. Really quick, TNA needs a video game. A lot of people will say, whoa, you're putting the horse in front of the... Fuck you. They're never getting a new network. You know how WWE makes a shitload of their money? From video games, I found out. So my boy Robles put together a sick-ass article about a game called TNA Wrestling Revenge. It's on. We have a section now. You click TNA on the little drop-down box on top. I'm just going to mention the stages because I loved it. Like, one is the regular TNA arena. 2, the Broken Universe. I already once I saw that, I'm like, oh man. Like, imagine playing like a Broken Universe. Like, that's something that no other game could do.
And then he has totally is capturing their past history and stuff really good too.
Then he has the Undead Realm. Yeah. Which again would be awesome. And then he has a Wrestle House, which could be a lot of fun. You could make it like a game within a game. You know what I mean? Like a Survivor kind of thing. And then he has the 6-sided ring. I'm like, goddamn. I already I'm sold on the fucking game.
Yeah, then maybe you could also make your own one night only, like you like that.
That's what I mean. You can make that's the thing. Yeah, you can make. Oh yeah. Well, he has it too. Create a story, create a wrestler, cinematic battle mode. He has DLC showcases the upside down realm. It's insane. But check that out. Really cool. Yeah, super cool. Okay, this week's lineup before we get to the Champions Challenge: Trick Williams, Steve Macklin, Moose, and the Nemets against Hendry, Elijah, Slater, and the Rascals. I guess I don't hate it so much because they're probably all going to be facing each other at Slammiversary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Eli versus Callahan. And I guess, whatever, get that over with. Order 4 will hold a summit. That's cool.
Okay.
I think they need a little mix up there. Masha and Lee against Ash and Heather. And Matt Cardona and a partner of his choosing against Eddie and JDC.
Oh, and I think we might. I don't know. I just get this feeling he's going to choose Myers or something.
Oh God. Oh, he's so right.
I don't know. I just got kind of confused.
You just made me so sad.
I don't know.
Oh, you're so right. I mean, I didn't. It was funny because there wasn't a lot of spoilers about this. Well, there was, but I think they missed certain things. And I do not remember this match.
Yeah,
can you just picture it? Like they're all in the ring together, and Myers just walks across.
Yeah.
But nothing about Brian Myers has said anything about him becoming a face. That's what I hate. Just how Cardona was a fucking heel a week before he became the face of TNA.
Yeah, and we currently see this landscape right now of Myers and Eddie. I don't see them vying for the tag team titles anytime soon.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it to get Eddie away from Myers, just because Eddie should be.
Yeah, me too.
They need Eddie as a in the world title mix right now.
Yeah, definitely.
All hands on deck right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, also,
we recently seen a breakup of tag team with someone that we wanted to see broke up, Spitfire. So, I mean, it does make sense, you know.
Yeah, my only problem is now what? They still have 2 goddamn tag teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to give a shout out to Kelsey Heather. She tweeted, "Put me in, coach." And she was sitting on like the, you could tell she was like watching a TNA show or something.
Oh, okay.
But to me, that was saying, I'm ready. I'm here. And she's tweeted about TNA a lot. She is gorgeous. She's a really good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason you can't bring her in right now is because they have so many knockouts, which came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which got us talking like maybe they're going to become an all-female thing.
Yeah, I can see that too because of the recent success of women in wrestling. Because they were pulling down really good ratings. Where were they being aired off from?
Yeah, what the hell was it from? Yeah, I forget what that was from. But yeah, you're right. They had really good ratings on. I forget what network it was, but whatever. They had ratings and TNA doesn't. And again, I hate saying things like this, but I do it all the time. Pointing out TNA's YouTube numbers because there's no other goddamn numbers we can go off of. Remember how we used to get ratings sometimes?
Yeah.
How come nobody cares that we don't get ratings anymore? Ever? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's like it's non-existent talk now. I think it's because we've been so used to not having the final rate, demos and all that shit for so long. Like we just stopped caring, I guess.
I think going by the numbers, I'm going back to. Hang on, let me go back. Jesus, Against the Odds was what, 3 weeks ago? Under Siege? Okay, I'm gonna go right after Under Siege. Right after Under Siege was okay, The Impact after Under Siege. Spitfire, 15,000 views. This is 2 weeks ago. Mance Warner, 24,000 views. Elegance Reveal, 29,000 views. Laredo Kid, 12,000 reviews. Mustafa, 31. Masha, 41. Ugh, this hurts to say. Cardona, 71, the second highest. And easily the highest, Santino and his daughter, 250. But, no one else is watching this other shit. Who'll be the next champion? Who'll be the next challengers for the Nimitz? 22,000 views. Must see moments from the show, 11,000 views. Even the highlights.
What was somebody reporting too? Was it Against All Odds or Under Siege that pulled down really good buy rates though? Because they said something about they thought Truth was coming in. They thought maybe they might have jacked up.
All I believe is what I see. And I see these numbers 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Hardy, Santana, Nimitz, and Warren, All-Star main event, 10 days ago, 25,000 views. Almost the same as, almost the same as Knockouts Warfare that has a beautiful picture of Myla Grace, so that's cheating. That does not count.
I was just going to say, Jay, I think you jinxed them in that department because you were just commenting how much they were pulling down.
Yeah, totally. But I said that, I've been talking about that. It's kind of like once fans found out they were leaving, they tuned out.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah.
Or once, definitely, this is a fact. I think a lot of people literally just turned fucking TNA off when they lost their title again to WWE or to another promotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did. I have seen.
Again, I'm just going by the numbers. I'm going by their numbers, our numbers. Looking around, they have no buzz. The only thing happening right now is the Inspiration, which is awesome. We should have mentioned that earlier.
I guess though. I was surprised to see
Sorry, quick love for the Inspiration and Killer Kelly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come on, how much do you love Killer Kelly?
Yeah, it's good to see her back in actually in a wrestling ring again.
The same Killer Kelly who was almost smashed by her husband the week before. And you know what happened this weekend at Wrestling Revolver?
Hopefully nothing jeopardizing her well-being.
Not her this time. It was Priscilla Kelly, formerly Gigi Dolan.
Oh, jeez.
She dislocated her patella during a match with her boyfriend, Zachary Wentz.
Oh, okay. I did see some type of video of that. I didn't know if it's a picture or video. I can't remember which now, but I do. Somebody said, "Wow, you're gonna throw your girlfriend around." I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I didn't write anything. I just felt like a little thing. He's sleeping. I'm sure he'll be sleeping on the couch for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go too Kelly. I'm literally reading my own words. Sorry. Then over the weekend, Priscilla Kelly. Wait a minute. Do I have the right person?
Huh?
That's who Zachary Wentz is right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're right.
Sorry. Okay. Dislocated patella. Wait. Then over the weekend, Priscilla Kelly dislocated her patella. Isn't that bad? Because she's making it sound like it's nothing. She says it happens all the time to her.
Well, the thing is, too, she's had a lot of bad luck recently being let go by NXT, right?
This might have been her. This is one of her first matches. Maybe her third match back against her boyfriend. But she's like, it's fine. It's like she's saying she has like a patella thing, which I don't know.
At least that's a
could that be a
positive
thing?
sign.
I don't know.
Because in the past, when someone's worked for Revolver, they end up coming to TNA. So maybe that'll happen eventually for her once she gets healthy.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? That's exactly what happened. What's his name? Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. James L. sent in a report to WrestleVoice about the same Maple Leaf Pro show. It started off with, "Not sure you heard this was a free event. I still got ripped off, yo. MLP is the worst of TNA, NWA, and Canada. It started with a body slam challenge. That crap from the 80s. Someone named Michael Allen Richard Clark was involved. Never heard of that dude. They had a PWA championship match, ? With Bhupinder Gujjar. That's when everyone took a bathroom break. Shelton Jean and Brent Banks were part of the only watchable match. Good talent there. I hate mixed tags. That was a turnoff. Same for Kylie versus Giselle again. Seen it on YouTube from the last show. Who cares?
Yeah.
Rhino got the pop of the night. Wow, same as the other report. About 150 fans were there when it started. A lot less when it ended.
Yeah.
I'd only go back if you asked, bro. Please don't." This is someone I know who, like, through, wrestling. And people are great. It's really amazing. You can just talk to people and they'll like, "Hey, in this area? Yeah, can you check out this show?" "Yeah, sure." It's wild what happens. But if anyone ever goes to any show, send a report to WrestleVoice.
Yeah.
We'll post anything. We just have to verify, a little thing like, you're actually a human.
Or you can comments on our video of that week, or
totally.
let us maybe prove us wrong.
Yeah,
or
totally.
whatever.
Okay. God, I feel like I'm trying to like find news while we're doing this. The Hometown Man's theme and entrance song was released last week. If anyone's looking to get down to that.
And nothing like playing that in the car while you're waiting at your 7-Eleven.
Okay, here's it. I thought this is an interesting one. I just want to talk about fast before we get to the Joe Hendry. Like, somebody posted a thing of like WWE, those things where it's like someone's in the water and they're reaching for someone. It's like, I don't know what to call it, but like they're reaching. It's like the parent reaching for R-Truth, and then there's like someone else like who's like drowning, and then it showed Joe Hendry already dead at the bottom of the water. That's is he not? Like, what?
Yeah.
If he's going to WWE, like, what? They're doing a very similar thing with Jordan. If you don't know, Jordan Grace is fucking buried right now. I don't know. She's buried in NXT. There were reports recently that she was going to SmackDown. I laughed my ass off. Because I've been following WWE. She's never been lower in terms of buzz.
And that's the thing. I think that's the same thing with Joe Hendry. It kind of felt like the
venues just totally.
Less, like,
he's a theme song now.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's kind of, and like somebody said, he's kind of looking like the consummate jobber.
Loser? Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, cause he doesn't change his ring gear.
Did he get a Did he get the return match against Trick?
No, I don't believe so.
Thank you. And he's not even like, I know it's not him, it's the character, but like, I don't know, maybe they're making the character look like this before he goes to WWE. And they could just redo everything at the Rumble or some shit, you know what I mean? Even though he looks like shit right now, they don't care. It's happening he looks like shit on TNA.
Yeah.
They could they'll remake him or something, but I guess it's good for TNA that he looks like shit on his way out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they say that you do with people going on the way out. But
totally. But I know what you mean. You don't kill his star power. You use his star power to put somebody over on his way out.
Or you give him some chicanery to where he's losing, and he's losing because of like being outsmarted or whatever or something.
Give the
tapping or being pinned.
Yeah, AEW fans, if you're listening, you might have to Google this one. It's called a wrestling story.
Yeah,
that's it. Story. Just Google the word story. Give him a story. It's really simple. He's pissed off about losing. He is humiliated that he's the guy who lost the title to WWE after he went over to WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can even turn him heel over that. But no. What do? Nothing. Have him lose, slowly fall apart, and whatever. Not sure if we mentioned it. Cody Rhodes is in the new Naked Gun movie. I can do about 15 hours talking Naked Gun movies, so I'm just going to quickly say you better get that goddamn movie somewhat close to right. If you destroy the Naked Gun franchise, you bastards. I'd be so sick. That's what. Well, I mean,
well, yeah, that's the problem. I do think they got a good choice in the main guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Liam Neeson.
And to.
Did you realize Liam Neeson is taking over for Leslie Nielsen? Is that not weird?
Yeah, it's something like. Didn't he call him Daddy or whatever in his
I think it's his fault. I mean, going by the ages. I mean, well, I guess it could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, supposedly he's his son, but there was one really good joke in the trailer. It was like he's crying, looking up at a picture of his dad, and his partner is the son of, I forget his name, but his partner of Drebin's partner.
Oh, okay.
And they're both kneeling, looking at their dads, and they show the camera go down. They show a black guy looking up at fucking what's his name, OJ, and he's not crying at all, and he just he's like cut it.
I don't have any excuses.
I just love that they referred to OJ.
Oh yeah, me too.
I thought it would have been such a ballless move if it didn't. Also,
and then I kind of thought it was a lot of balls because we live in an age.
Oh, totally, totally.
You know what I mean?
That joke. I swear, just that joke alone would be okay, this has a chance. Because the rest of it is his pants are falling off and stuff, and I'm like, that's not Naked Gun comedy. Naked Gun is quick fucking, you know what I mean? Joke after joke after. Just you gotta watch the old movies. It's hard. You can't explain the amount of jokes.
And I also thought of that when they showed Liam Neeson going in as the little girl with the big lollipop.
Yeah.
I kind of thought of what was it, Tim Curry?
Yeah.
I think.
That's what I mean. I'm thinking more things like that than I'm thinking more things like that than Naked Gun, though. You know what I mean? A parody or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
I wrote my thing at different times. They can't do certain things, but whatever. Then maybe don't remake a movie that you can't redo. But okay. Ash has a special announcement. Ash by Elegance. Check out her Twitter.
Okay.
And almost forgot about TripleMania Regia, I think it was. Not much really happened. The Nemitz lost a tag match. Berto and whatever his name is became new champions, the WWE guys, and Moose defended.
Yeah, and then you said they had major streaming issues throughout the night. So that's
I'm not even sure if it was on. You could. I was trying to find it. I was trying to find a stream and you can just check the comments, or I'm sure there's news somewhere about it. That I'm sure people are shitting on it. Because all the comments were how do I watch this? Why isn't it on yet? Why isn't it on yet? Why isn't it on yet?
Well, it looked good to see the 6-sided ring again too, as well. So.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that. Wait, they always have a 6-sided ring?
Yeah, AAA. Yep.
I swear to God, that's one of those things.
That's where Jeff Jarrett might have been inspired of AAA.
Oh, totally, really. This guy's got no creativity. No creativity. Jarrett, get the hell out of here, goofball. Okay, so I guess it's time to shoot through last week's Impact.
June 12th episode.
Why does it say published by TJR staff? This is Christian Thompson, or it better be. We hear from Santino to start off the show. I don't know. Getting bored of Santino. I really thought he was leaving, so I feel weird. Yeah. I feel weird now. I feel like I broke up with him and he came back. You know what I mean? What was the fucking point of that whole thing? What was the point of Stone? I think we said it. Stone had to win. Robles said it too. Stone had to win, or else this would make no sense.
Well, that and before all this broke, we got deep into the episode, they show him basically throwing him out of the.
He tried to get in. Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get it. Kind of felt giving him that Eric Bischoff treatment. Remember when they threw him like in the garbage can?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
okay, this was confusing, and thank God I just finally got closure here. Santana, before the show, tried to enter the building. Santana said he was suspended for 2 weeks. Santana was mad, but he was like, all right, whatever, man. I like you. You're cool. So then I'm trying to figure out what the hell was he suspended for. So then Thompson, thank God, has sorry. Apologies. Apparently Santana was suspended for putting his hands on a TNA doctor. I must have missed that at Against All Odds because the last thing I remember he was getting KO'd by a champagne bottle.
Oh, okay. I think he did shove him or did something. Yeah, I do remember. I can't remember. I couldn't remember if it was Santana, but I do remember one of the backstage doctor with the Bioflex team or whatever being grabbed a hold of or shoved aside. So I wonder if maybe that's what you're talking about.
I don't remember it. That's what I mean. Like I had no. When I saw he was suspended, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I had no totally clueless.
Or until you kind of cleared up that,
I had no idea what that was, so at least I know now.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he introduced the Inspiration. Awesome. Gorgeous. I have nothing bad to even think to say about them, except I thought this match was too long. It was like 4.5 minutes when I thought it should have been 2. And no offense to the other girls, but, you want to make them look super strong. Missa Kate and Brittany Brooks.
Yeah, they mentioned one half of the jobber team has wrestled for TNA in the past.
I think they both have now. I know Brittany has.
Oh, have they? I know one of them they kind of...
Yeah, I know Brittany. I think Brittany's like 18 or 19, something crazy, and she's really good. Like, crazy. But Missa Kate, I think this is the second time she's wrestled for them.
You don't want to be on that end of the other side of the ring when you got to see a returning Inspiration. They weren't going to lose. And
the fact that they got 4 minutes makes me think, maybe they want to look at these. They still want to look at these girls or whatever. And,
yeah, maybe.
So yeah, Inspiration wins. They looked cleaner. It would be nice for TNA to do a better job introducing those talent, even if they're just there to lose. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Like those 2 girls who were kind of new, but maybe they.
Yeah.
The Hardys backstage. Blah, blah, blah. First house, penthouse. Here we go. I wrote an article about how much I fucking hate these.
Yeah.
These are making me dislike TNA. That's how much I'm. And the amount of time AJ Francis has been getting on not just fucking TNA but NXT. I don't get it. Again, look at YouTube. He's like the lowest fucking thing on.
Yeah.
Both things. Like I don't know what else to go by.
But I did like how they got you to hate Trick Williams even more this week because he has paired himself with First Class.
See, I think First Class gets more like go away heat.
Yeah, me too. But I kind of
feel like and now Trick is like kind of with them, and like nobody really cared about Trick to begin with when it comes to TNA fans. Yeah. We don't know the guy. Yeah. And then you stick him with Francis, who this is how bad Francis' segment is. Okay, he pointed it out himself during the segment. He's getting the what? Now TNA fans aren't total dicks like WWE. They only do the whats when you suck and you're boring. You know what I mean? Like they don't do it just to be dickheads randomly.
It was kind of funny though when he said "idiot say what."
Yeah. Okay. So that was his highlight. So he posted that part on Instagram. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, his highlight was responding to the fact that nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, great joke.
Yeah, but they definitely let these go past their shelf life.
Or the fact that he had that joke in his head, knowing he was going to be whatted. He didn't just think of that. It was good, but still, it was like whatever. You're still going to get whatted forever because that's what happens when you're not entertaining. You get whatted, especially with TNA fans. WWE fans will just be dicks or lazy sometimes. TNA fans don't. They're very good at that.
And Jay, I wonder too, this doesn't feed into your theory too. We need more heavyweight, mid-card, upper mid-card people. And I wonder if this shit is the reason why we're stuck watching stuff like this. It's because we do need to hire more bodies in those divisions.
Again, we talked about this before we recorded. We loved AJ Francis when he came in. He was a big dude that talked shit. It was really good. And then he got with Navarro, still fine. And then they started these goddamn segments, and it's like that's all. I don't know. It's like it's.
I will say he's much more improved with Navarro than he was with Swan.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they're.
I don't know if it's Navarro. I think Navarro's just a better character.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
And Rich Swan. I don't know what's his character. Don't know if he ever had one. Even when he
like
danced, it felt forced. You know what I mean?
I do like Navarro's catchphrase. Pardon me. Pardon me.
I mean, Navarro. Casey's great. I'm afraid. I'm not gonna say I'm afraid they're both going to WWE, but they're getting so much time on NXT. And who has been on NXT that wasn't signed? Moose.
Yeah.
The only one.
Point.
And Moose has a history.
That's how Joe Hendry probably got into the WWE's eye. That's the way he showed up, and then next thing you know,
Wentz. Moose and Wentz are the only people they didn't sign, and Wentz was there once. You know what I mean? Like in terms of guys that went back.
Yeah, I doubt they'll ever touch the other dude there with the Rascals because he kind of left them high and dry back in the day.
Okay. I didn't even know that. Miguel?
Yeah, he had a chance to wrestle in NXT, and then
Trey Miguel?
Cold feet.
Wow.
Yeah, Trey Miguel. He got cold feet, and then he wanted to go back to TNA.
Probably not feeling too good about that one.
Yeah, probably not. He probably doomed his future unless they drop him out or something.
And again, I don't like the simple fact that it's like, I don't know, I feel like there should be a backstage thing in an actual thing that looks like a fucking penthouse.
Yeah, I don't. It bothers me too because like they don't go all out for it either.
Like, not at all.
Like a table in Tron. That's it.
Then Alicia was backstage, and I just started hysterical laughing. She walked up to multiple people, like, "Do you know?" It's like she's just so amazingly. She's just like so amazingly annoying. I just love her as a heel. She's such a dick, but in a great way.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. You know who I am by bully,
yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Like major dickish.
Yeah, she might have totally. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just love. I swear to God, once I hear her, she say, "Do you?" I just start laughing. Like it's amazing. She did absolutely nothing. Go back a few years. Go back a few years. She was. Go back a few years. What was she doing? Absolutely nothing.
No, I think she's enjoying her time as a heel and as a member of the system. And even she gets to work with her husband.
Oh, totally. I think she's been having a blast ever since she's gotten more TV time. And she's one of the few human beings in the wrestling world you can watch has gotten better over the years in being a manager, talking, the way she looks, everything about her gets better.
Well, and the thing is, I hear she's really good backstage with a lot of the talent. Like, there isn't nobody that doesn't like her.
Oh, yeah, so. I'm sure she's a friggin' locker room leader that, just like Eddie is probably people that have been there and they never leave. Yeah. Sorry. Slater versus Hotch. I don't know. This was okay. Maybe. What's the name? Thompson liked it a lot more than me. High energy match between two of TNA's best young talents. Hotch is 28, but hasn't seen much singles matches yet.
Like for the fact that it seems like they're trying to get the X Division back on focus because, I like that. Yeah. Has been an X Division champion and all, but I'm of that belief that I don't like size in the X Division. I don't care if it's not about.
No, I agree. Limit. I think that was a stupid idea that only worked for Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and I think
he was a freak. They could have called it the goddamn Samoa Joe rule.
Yeah, I think that's the only sub rule that would make even any
sense. Jake something
back.
In the goddamn X Division.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right. No, I definitely like that part of it. That it's an actual X Division match or pretty close.
Because all it does, Jay, is invite people like Jake something who we recently seen is coming back or returning. And I don't want him back in the X Division.
No, I mean, I don't want him anywhere. Like, how many times can you fucking return? How many times can you be a scary returning monster? Okay. Slater gets the win. He's facing Moose at Slammiversary. I'm pretty sure they said already. Tessa said you can put the whole locker room out there. I'll beat them all one by one. Pretty great. The 8-4-1 match. This was cool. And as I said to Gary before, everyone I saw liked this. everyone. That never happens.
I definitely think it was the MVP of this episode.
Threat ran in with Pop Shove It on Brookside. That's probably the worst finisher name of all time. Wow. Pop Shove It? Seriously? Indy nailed her finisher. Hurts, don't it? Thompson. Okay, that finisher name might be worse.
The only thing I didn't like about Indy is she wasn't very revealing this week. She wore the long,
you
kind of like the long,
disgusting old man.
Loose pants. I didn't really like that look on her.
You can send all complaints to Gary. Yeah, no, I agree. Love seeing Kelly back, though. God, and I don't like Tessa's team ever losing, but I get it. They're pushing Kelly, and I don't know, too fast though. She just came back, and she's gonna get the Slammiversary match against her old friend.
Yeah, I wonder if that's. I don't know. They commented that Masha has defended the title 12 consecutive times.
Oh, forget it. Sorry. Hang on. Kelly winning is a surprise, but I learned that the match won't happen at Slammiversary.
Oh.
In fact, in 2 weeks. So there's still potential for a bigger match. Okay. So, I mean, it's got to be Tessa. If Tessa's not leaving, it's got to be Tessa. Macklin pre-tape thing. Talked about Mance Warner. Apart from Hendry and Santana, Macklin is the most over face and would be a good choice for Trick's opponent. I agree. Oh, I missed that. Macklin said he was going for Trick Williams. See, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would have him win it and then drop the other title, have a tournament or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Somebody's up to the ball. They wouldn't be surprised to see like a Bound for Glory series just because they haven't really done anything with that yet.
Yeah, between the 6 guys on the roster.
Or maybe they'll bring in somebody too.
You get a Dreamer in the series.
Have that relationship.
Speaking of, Mance Warner and SDL were on stage. Warner was freaking out. Tommy Dreamer stepped in and got suplexed on a stage. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer is going to get another goddamn match and probably at Slammiversary against Max Warner.
Yeah, well, it kind of tells me that we might be taping in Philly soon if Tommy Dreamer's back. They always try to go for that ECW flavor.
It's the same shit every fucking year now. Like,
I mean, shit, what's Spike Dudley doing? Bring him back or somebody we haven't friggin' seen in like forever.
I got so sad just seeing and thinking in my head that Dreamer's going to wrestle again. He retired. You're a liar, bro. To be fair, he didn't wrestle yet. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll bring someone in to wrestle for him. But whatever. Like, I just don't want to. He's been on the show for like 2 straight weeks now. Like, stop with the fucking authority figures. All right, we talked about next week and First Class Hearts. Sorry.
Why not fly Sandman? He's still pretty good on that show with the past that.
Between him and Dreamer, fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be better, on the eyes at least,
Yep, totally agree. The Hardys defeated. Oh, Francis and again, they're in the main event now. Like, what's happening? What world am I in where AJ Francis deserves to be in any main event? What is his record? Who has he beaten in a singles match this year? Someone tell me that in the comment section.
All I can think of is once they take the belts off the MS, all I'm thinking is like maybe somebody will become a transitional tag team champion, and then maybe they put the belts on Navarro and Francis. That's the only thing I can think of.
Another absolutely ridiculous dive by Slater to end the show.
Oh yeah.
That dude just
I noticed they did a better job of catching them this.
Yeah.
So.
They probably will get yelled at when that happens. Like, idiots. Oh, one fucking job.
Well, Cardona was a part of that too, wasn't he? Again, or something. Or being down there or something. Like all them guys were still down there, like AJ Francis. And...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was because that was what, like 10 guys at the end. Trick Williams was out there at the end.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think the whole system came out. Yeah. I mean, the ending was fun. The 8-4 match was fun.
Yeah, definitely. It felt very, very old school TNA. Like with
always nice seeing the inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, 8-4-1 match. Guess what? That's a stupid ass match, and everyone loved it. That's what TNA was.
Yeah, so why not go stupid once in a while on these shows, you know?
Seriously, instead of Tommy Dreamer, make us fucking random King of the Mountain match.
Well, that's what I say.
Guarantee you'll get more views.
There's ideas that they don't even use, like open fight night. Why not make those episodes that much more fun? Like,
things that I used to call like overdone, they won't do anything anymore. It's become just match. You know, like they definitely have stories, which is fine. But like,
Jay, how much would it really take to get somebody that used to wrestle it? He still kind of wrestles, but I mean, I think that would be way over than having AJ Francis and Navarro doing their shtick in the set of the ramp. You know what I mean? Like, why not have it be a nostalgia gag returning or something? You know? Totally.
I can think of a zillion people I'd rather see than AJ Francis with a microphone.
That's what I mean. Like, why can't we do something like that? I mean, WWE Raw's been doing that, like the nostalgia act, for years, and it gets the biggest pop still.
Oh yeah, no, it always works. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks they can't get like someone like Sting or Angle or AJ. Yeah. Like they're kind of limited when it comes to that. I mean, Jesus, they can't even get Abyss, Rude. I'm always surprised Amazing Red never came back. Like he's in New York all the time at his.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I don't know. Maybe I guess there's got to be some heat there or something. Not sure how there's heat when there's 10 different managements in a few years, but whatever. That was the end of that show, and this is coming to the end of our show.
It wasn't an awfully bad episode, but they've done better. But
felt like a pretty decent episode this week. It had all the major players. This is Thompson in some capacity involved in the show. Yeah.
It wasn't an overly huge card either, like trying to cram everything in one episode. I like that.
Yeah, they recently did that, and I hated it so much. There was like 19 things on one show.
Complaining that there really wasn't a lot of minutes of wrestling in this episode this week, a lot of backstage segments.
I was gonna mention something about that.
Yeah.
Remember, like, what was it, last year or 2 years ago? Okay, it was longer. Sami Callihan used to put on awesome Impact matches.
I would dare say
almost weekly. Okay, and then Speedball did it a lot. Also, Sabin. These guys would just put on awesome matches all the time on Impact. When was the last awesome Impact match?
Yeah,
I can't remember. One, like, say that one that's got over 10 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, totally.
I think why I miss guys like Davey Richards.
Yeah, I mean, I'd make Mustafa that guy. He's definitely capable.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I don't know if anyone's more capable. He could be. I'd give him a title and give him exactly like you said, open fight night every goddamn week. You got to beat Ali, and no one can fucking beat him because he's the best.
Honestly, I would have a rivalry right now with Macklin and Ali because one being another.
They can go. If they want to have balls, they can go crazy with that.
Yeah, I don't understand why no one has that rivalry up.
Yeah, well, I think they could. Maybe they're leaning. They're still kind of. I think they're still kind of growing, like Ali to the main event, if that makes any sense, or whatever. But yeah, that'd be a hell of a friggin' thing, maybe for Bound for Glory for the title, like the top heel versus the top face.
Well, I mean, it would make a lot of sense being what is it considered an international champion, and it would make sense he can take to all parts of the world, And
it's a damn good call. He could even say that. I'm bringing this home. You want to get a fucking ton of heat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it from the fucking Mr. America, and he's bringing it home. Like, that would be a damn good idea, Gary. Hope you're listening, TNA. I'm sure you are. Sorry for being such a dick, Carlos. But sorry for being such a dickhead, Carlos. But that's how things get done, I learned.
Sergeant Slaughter levels with Hogan.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any new videos lately over at your horror house?
Oh yeah. I did a recent unboxing or whatever you want to call it video for Movie Zing. They sent me over some titles to let everybody know what's available out there on Blu-ray and DVD.
Check it out.
A little bit more frequently in the future as well. So, like Jay said, check it out.
Check it out, people. It's on what's your goddamn thing called these days?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Gary's Horror Drive-In. Check that out.
Gary's Horror Drive-In. Why does it keep changing his name? I don't know. I think it's to mess with me, but It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So that's it from us, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with more news and better news and I don't know, cool stuff.
More positivity.
Yeah. That's it. We'll be back soon. Enjoy. Peace.
Catch you next week.